Here's how you find the ideal hand position for classical guitar playing for your own hand size and your individual finger length. The easiest way to do this is to actually get the guitar out of the picture. So what you want to use is a flat surface, right? Back of the guitar will do fine. Table is another way, right? And all we need to do is have our hand float over it, and our thumb is already at the correct angle, because when we play with the thumb, we play with the left side of the thumb, right? So the thumb is already facing the right place, right? But it's a matter of what to do really with this middle joint in the finger, the proximal joint, okay? The middle joint, its job is to position the fingers so that they're pointed at the strings, hence the table here, right? So I'll have it, right? And this doesn't account for wrist angle. That's a little bit different, but this at least teaches us how much bend and curl to have in the fingers, right? So if I go like this, now my flesh is touching, but my nails aren't making contact. So then if I try to grip, if my position is this flat, when I go to grip the strings, I'm gonna get underneath them and I'm gonna have to sort of scoop, right? And then the fingers are really long when I do this. And you can see my thumb is like barely able to keep contact at this point. And this is just sort of too much cup in the hand to be playing. The strings literally are all the way over here. That's just way too much room, okay? So what we want, often you read things like in piano method books, like pretend you're holding a tennis ball or a bubble that you don't want to pop. That's perfect, right? But the idea, just like piano, is that we want the fingers pointed at the strings. So say these are the strings, right? I got my thumb on the left side and I point my fingers at the strings and I gently place them on. Now what this teaches us is our ideal for our actual hand, how much bend to have in that proximal joint, how much bend to have in the middle joint. And you can see it's like we're holding a little, a little small tennis ball or something, right? But it's enough where I have to have that curl there, and I don't bring the large joint, the metacarpal joint, I don't bring that too forward too soon, because then my thumb can't touch. So I've got to be able to hold those back and have everything touch at the same time, like that. Okay, now let's say I use the edge more like a string. There I have it, right? So that is my ideal positioning. Flip it around and now we've got strings. So now I can take it like this. Let's say I go on to the first and sixth string with the thumb, first string with the fingers. And I just learned this placement like that. See, now I can touch both at the same time. And that's the ideal hand position for my hand size and my individual finger length. The sort of best litmus test for this is put them all onto a single string. Now this gets you to know where the thumb's role is in the positioning. Sohr famously has in his method the X. The Sohr X really messed me up. I studied with Dennis Chinelli, 19th century expert, and the Sohr X does not work for me and my hand size. I believe that my thumb is just a little too short to really match the Sohr X, which is where this joint and really close to this joint are like over each other, like that. It's just too much hyperextension for my actual thumb and too much contraction in the big joint for my hand. So again, the goal is to just have a touching point that is simultaneous for the left side of the thumb and the fingers, hence the nails, right? Yeah, I'm playing with pretty short nails at the moment. A little hard to see. Pretty short nails at the moment. Yeah, you can start to see them, but like this one, there's like barely a nail, And so it's okay, sort of depending on your nail length, how much flesh you feel, but the idea is you want the nails to be pointed at the strings and the side of the thumb, like that. Take it to the strings, like so, and then you're touching them at the same time. That's your ideal hand position. Then you could set yourself up where you like, and you've got your ideal wrist position. Okay, that's sort of dependent on a few factors. I tend to like to play in this sort of angled. You can see under here, it's not like sitting on my leg straight like that. It's got the triangle, 1, 2, and 3 points, right? But then it's angled back a bit, and I also like it sort of angled out that way. Just a little easier to see what you're doing, and just, I don't know, makes for easy to sort of scoop under. The guitar's not tuned at the moment, but easy to scoop under, so you can get that full sound and still get the touching at the same time. So there's your ideal wrist angle, there's your ideal hand position, all in one shot.